The advice that I would give my younger self is enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. You know how sometimes if you've never been somewhere and you're in your vehicle driving from point A to point B, you just arrive at point B. And if someone asks you, yo, how was the ride? You really don't know. You just know you got there. Well, what I know now in my current age, I've been all over the world, but I didn't necessarily enjoy going to all of these places all around the world. So I can tell you I've been to London or wherever, Japan, 5 or 6 times, but I never explored London or Japan because I went in the night before, did the show, and was out. And so I would tell my younger self, man, enjoy the journey. What I would tell my future self is stay active, stay mobile, stay as agile as you can, because once you lose your mobility, everything else everything goes away. And so I can see my 90-year-old self still driving, still jogging, still running around with my grandchildren. And so, yeah, I would tell my future older self, stay active, man, keep moving. So I'm very appreciative of the artists that poured into me 112. And I think we are pouring into the next generation unknowingly and knowingly. Unknowingly by just being present every day, by showing up, by committing to the process, by wearing the uniform with respect. But then also, I personally, in my Atlanta community, I have a group that's called Q Parker and Friends. And it's a collection of artists that are known as well as those that are on the rise or some that have interest. If I've come across you and I've read your heart and I see that you have the drive, you automatically invited into this circle. And so I just cannot let the baton be fumbled while in my possession. And so as I gave you the example earlier, yes, I've grabbed the baton, I've received the baton, but it's up to me to make sure that I deliver it securely so that the next generation can basically have an alley-oop. Basically, I want to give them the dopest assist to where all they got to do is take their 2 steps and just lay it up. My personal R&B Mount Rushmore is one big-ass mountain because all of us deserve to be on there. However, if you just gonna force me to tell you, I would say Michael Jackson. I'm gonna say Usher Raymond. And then my personal remaining 2 would be Marvin Gaye, and I'm just staying in R&B pop. Marvin Gaye and Smokey Robinson. I have to put Usher Raymond before Prince. And here's why. The reason why you have to give Usher, right? Because as he's gotten older, he's still very much relevant. Not just from a touring perspective. Like, he's still selling out arenas, right? But he just had a #1 record. If I'm going on 30, Usher came out in 94, right? 94, 95? So he's in his 30, right? And in his 30th year, last year he had a #1 record. So to say a #1 record every decade, and I love Prince, and I love what Prince has contributed to the legacy, but to just not name Usher for what he's done, he cold with it. Man, rest in peace to my sister Angie Stone. A lot of memorable moments. Because she and I were really, really close. I could tell you, I can start with the conversation that we had on the phone, and I'm talking about the delicate, intimate, thoughtful conversation that we had with her, expressing her desire to want to be recognized, feeling overlooked at times, feeling like the unsung hero at times, but then also telling me like, bruh, you got it, Q. Don't be afraid. Yeah, you are a member of 112 and the 112 legacy is what it is. However, but you are Q Parker. And she was said in a way that, like a mama would say it, get your ass out there, boy, you Q mother Parker. And you better believe that every day you open your mouth, every day you show up. But then I can also remember she and I have done plays together, theater. She and I have done records together. I remember she had a performance, and we have the same attorneys. And my attorney called me and said, yo, Angie's not going to be able to perform tonight because she's not feeling well. I need you. I just so happened to be not working that night in Atlanta. Well, I showed up, and then I called about 10 other friends, and we put on like a Angie Stone tribute concert for her. And then lastly, I'll say spending time with her, coming up with this Q&A standard music curriculum. I love Rico Wade, man. I think what he did for the city of Atlanta is just remarkable. As I mentioned earlier, DARP, which is Dallas Austin's label, So Def, LaFace. When you talk about the contribution that Atlanta made to the music industry, yeah, you're going to name those labels, but man, you have to put Organized Noize in there, and what Rico Wade was able to do with Outkast, Goody Mob. I know I'm forgetting Sleepy Brown, and just even contributing to the R&B. Like, you know, they did Waterfalls, TLC, and the other records that I probably can't even name off the top of my head that went on to be massive records, R&B and hip hop. And so when you talk about how Atlanta became what Atlanta is to the culture, Rico Wade and Organized Noize is right up there with you, and I'm glad that the city and the world celebrated him and made. I think we just unveiled a statue of his in East Point where he represented. So I'm really glad that the city was able to do that. What's up, y'all? I am Q Parker. Keep it right here, man. Check out. It's happening right here, 24/7 HH.